Okay.
Your video's off. Yeah.
We're
Mhm.
live. I'm gonna
Okay.
check that. So thanks for coming on, Christy.
Thank you.
Can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? I'm gonna check the stream and I'll send you the link.
Okay. So for tonight, you want me to talk about what we're gonna be doing tonight? Doing the card readings for the audience, for donations for the museum for Sean's the Ancient Relic Museum. So I'm gonna be pulling 3 cards for the audience. He's setting up the donations on his site there at Sonic League at gmail.com, right?
Yeah, Sonic
Mm-hmm.
League on PayPal
Mm-hmm.
for
PayPal.
you to send donations for readings, and it will all go towards a good cause, like Christy's saying, towards the Alien Artifact Museum. Allows you guys to connect with more of the ETs, which we're gonna demonstrate for you guys
Yeah.
here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be doing readings for whatever you want, like healing, ET, soul family, abundance, kind of things your psychic abilities, unlocking things,
Mm-hmm.
going soul family, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like we're wanting to well, I was seeing too, like was doing this and we're just meeting more of our alien families, or star families or Pleiadian or however you see them, the audience sees them to be, So that's kind of what my goal is with all of this too, is helping people to bridge that that whatever you want to say that is, the link, bridge the link to the star family to your, it's more ET stuff though than because some people just see angels or however, so we just kind of wanted to introduce some new ETs as well to their mind, so
Absolutely.
with those ancient relics and stuff too, so those are real powerful. Hmm.
Oh yeah, agree. I just got a big blast from the crystal skull that we found
Mm.
um, in my ear. If you've ever had somebody like blow air into your ear, it's like that, like at a high
Mm.
level. And I'm like, whoa. It's like, who's that? And it's this. And it was interesting because I've ran into many types of different telepathy, and so there's different modes of it I found with different people.
Mm.
It's definitely a different type. It took my brain a bunch of time, like 10 minutes, to start translating it because it was an entirely different language. It was like encoded too.
Mm. With that skull that had the all the stuff on the back too. However, you have to show that again. I just seen that one time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll find a video for
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So here's in the chat. People want to donate. There's the link, and then
Good, good.
we'll
Yeah.
prioritize the donations,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then people can go into that. I send you the link on Facebook for so you can post that too.
Okay.
And yeah, feel free to
Let me do
send
that. I'll
donations
do
as
that
well.
really fast.
Yeah, let's do also a reading for each other. So what do
Okay.
you uh, what do you want to bring into your life to enrich it, or something me to read about or whatever?
I'm wanting to read more with the alien contact and just my connection with that.
Like
Yeah, with the grays or the relics and stuff like that, with my connection to that. Because last time, remember how I was seeing that I could go into the pyramid there, and you said I went 5 levels down
okay.
into the mystery school.
You're a lot deeper into the mystery school, like 20 layers, and then a lot of fire's been activated in you in your own internal pyramid. like a tune up for communication systems and knowledge and thought form flowing into your mind. Hmm. More light is emitting from your soul. And there's different types of light that you've earned from it.
Hmm.
Do you want like any other ET things specifically? And the more you frame the question, I can go deeper into it. Like, what's your goals with ET contact?
Because I know that I work with a whole range of them, so it's mostly just having them closer in this reality to me, and then having them infuse their languages, downloads, information, so I'm able to hear it and receive it, you know, the clear message like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how you put that. ET's closer in my reality.
Because I'm a seer, but just to hear it clearly.
Okay. And so people, while you're doing your thing, so
Uh-huh.
people can connect. We'll be doing a meditation to connecting to some ETs with having to do with these artifacts. This is the one that volunteered.
Okay.
Um, it's like, connected to the Russian alien species book that was leaked by the KGB. It's got like 60, 70 plus species. There's multiple updates to the leaked document. But this is a species in there that's very similar to this in form is called the shining ones. There's also it's a type of long skull gray,
Hmm.
very connected with Sirius. A lot of these species I've found. There's multiple iterations of them too. And they're different breeding, genetic engineering for different worlds of land-faring, seafaring, etc. Ones with wings, smaller ones.
Yeah,
There's a bunch.
that's the one. That's the one I was image picturing when we were talking before we were talking earlier when I was driving home. I was thinking of talking to you about the ETs and connecting with them, and that's the ET that I seen, you know, to connect with the because it's the gray, isn't it? The gray from Sirius without Anunnaki.
I'm not sure gray is the best word, but
Mm-hmm.
gray is part of its
Yeah.
interaction. 4,000 types of gray.
Mm.
Is long skull gray, Sirius,
Okay.
and uh, various other colonies because they colonize around a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to box in the species, to be
Yeah, it
honest. And
is.
it's not just like one, because these are two different
Yeah.
iteration
Right, that is. Oh,
species,
okay.
but
Yeah.
they have common ancestry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see that they
Uh,
both are a little bit different in their energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll show you another one. Um, but yeah, for people out there that don't understand, yeah, I'm in Mexico. We're finding ancient alien artifacts
Cool.
and meters underground under roots and trees, and so it's like,
Nice
oh
to meet you,
wow, there are
Nicholas.
really
Mm-hmm.
ancient ETs and there are artifacts greater than what is being told to people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Here's another one as an example. This is
Yeah.
circum.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
these guys on the back, and so this one has wings. So that's an example of a different type. They're playing with like elements, different orbs.
Yeah.
UFO without wings. Um,
He has like bracelets on or something, huh? On his arm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it does. And Yeah, some of the abilities this guy has is really powerful, but yeah, the sarcophagus has a lot of different protection abilities. All these little guys will trade with you. I'll go through the listing, what they do.
Yeah.
They kind of start writing it down. Here it is. Okay, so uh, yeah, so you can trade with this guy. He's got emotional radio-based telepathy, longevity, plasma body teleportation, generated energy in a type of be able to manipulate things. Um, ancient pre-source gut brain energy, used to access the reality hologram as a computer, fear creation and manipulation, mana creation and control, out of phase storage of objects in the field, interdimensional resonance travel, location themselves to another place, like by location, spatial place connect between two places connect together. It's a bunch of mental energy too. It's also been every task that I give it to train and it gets good at. So it's been getting good at healing, psychic abilities, manifestation, abundance, all that, and various creation abilities and some other stuff. But yeah, that's what the tasks I've been given it. This guy's good at, yeah, these guys are found underground in Mexico, so near pyramids. Um, liver chi shield, it's like a protection that comes off an organ shield. Dragon reality interaction self. So it's like a bubble of reality that interacts with the greater macro bubble of reality. It's also really good at reality bubble magic. DNA library access. It's really good at amplifying detachment, uh, cutting cores, resolving things, resolving predators, healing is what I've been working with it in.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Yeah, it
guy,
looks like you can just point it to like wherever you need to be cleared, and it just removes the density.
exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guy, the coffins again, more and more different types of protection. It's got this little guy in it.
Oh, cool. I hadn't seen it. Mm, mm,
This guy's very powerful. He's got a lot of abilities.
mm-hmm.
Fucking more too. The statue itself links to the original being it's venerating. So this guy's good at,
Wonder why it makes my eyes water. Makes my eyes watery, you know?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
upgrading everyone in the audience if they
Mm-hmm.
want to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Evolution, divine masculine, creations, spirit protectors, protection, astral castle, rain summoning, reality doctor, out of phase storage, invisibility cloaking, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, aerokinesis, life energy, life extension, teleportation, and be able to change the mass of an object to be able to move it. It's like geomancy and super strength kind of layers.
Mm.
And yeah, you can kind of
He
see
gave
him
me
on
a
the back.
blast. He went like that, like whole my whole energy,
You
like
can
a
see him on the
blast.
back, probably
Oh,
fire, different types of energy. So there's all kinds of stuff going on with it. Yeah, and then there's some planets and that they're interacting with as well that are
it's
shown
like his
here.
stasis pod, huh? That's how his stasis pod is or something.
Yeah, that's a big thing too, because I think coffins are at least one of their functions is to try to replicate ancient tech in preserving bodies, as well as the ancient revival ability and restoration.
Mm-hmm.
Um, restore, yeah, kind of thing. The there are stasis pods. A lot of this species are on Earth. Like each one of those is part of a species in and on Earth. Some are alive, long living, some died, some are in stasis pods. So
Mm.
yeah, I'd agree with you. So we'll go into that and I'll check the donations.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, do you want to read me?
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
the
feel free
card
to
read
read me about ET since
ET stuff or the card
yeah,
reading?
yeah, sure.
I'll do the
You can do
card and that.
both.
Okay.
We'll wait until people donate.
Alrighty.
If people
Yeah.
have some questions, chat.
I'll post some cards for you too. It helps me to sync with your field, you know? I was
Sure,
picking up
I'll
on you
get
earlier this week.
draw
Like
two cards. One
I
that's
was,
funny
oh, okay. You know, like this week I was doing
for
my walk and I was picking up doing like Reiki. I was sending you Reiki when I was walking. Like I don't know if you was needing that or a
thank you.
boost or something. I don't know, but I do it whenever you when I sometimes it happen when I'm asleep too. I'll wake up in the night and my hands will be pulsating, you know, and I'll just send it to like my pillow and I'll imagine it to be that person, you know, and that too. But I was walking when I was thinking just something like sending it. I was like at your back and just like sending you Reiki on your back, you know, like on your
Hmm,
back area.
appreciate that. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
So one of your cards were given is uh to go towards your intention is like more contact, yeah, where they're more in your reality in life. And that's a good thing to talk about because there are blocks both internally and externally stopping people. The
Yeah.
card you was an unstoppable wave of fire ants.
Oh,
So
wow. Cool.
tell me what the hell you think that means.
Well,
I
those ants are the Orion ant people, you know, that I connect with, the ant people, you know, and that's in the Navajo, the Hopi, you know, and I draw the ant people all the time. They are determined and unstoppable, you know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, uh,
Let me show you your cards here. I'll go through your cards.
yeah, thank
Or
you.
did anybody donate? So you
I'm
got this
checking.
Spider Woman.
Oh,
This is like the
nice.
medicine, you know, spider medicine, the eight. I think you got that before. What's the spinning program? So some of these would be like the things you've already mastered, you know, kind of gone through with the spinning, you know,
Nice.
like to
Yeah,
probably,
let's form a greater collective to amplifying, releasing the blocks, people talking to ETs in more contact while you're talking. But yeah, I love your
mm,
cards. Beautiful.
thank you. Thank you. Oh, so this is another star system that, you know, you can connect with. The star seed, um, that's what they do, their compassionate action. So that's good. Oh, you got a dragonfly medicine. You
Hmm.
got this last time, I remember. Set boundaries. Remember?
Yeah, I love yeah, I can get enough of those.
Speak positive about yourself.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we got one donation from Patricia, but go ahead and continue with your reading.
Yeah, with yours.
Arcturians, huh?
Mm-hmm. And this is the Apollonian. Those are the um the feline, you know, the lions from Apollonian. Apollonian.
Mhm.
Wow. Hummingbird.
Been seeing hummingbirds.
Tell your story. You got some light language.
I got a lot of stuff. You got a
Hmm?
new card. You,
I did.
I got you. I got you another card,
Oh,
and
you
it
did.
went right to
Join.
joint SS. You have been used in the joint secret space program.
Hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't know
Jeez.
that. Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I think this is Arcturian. Does it seem Arcturian to you? You like how I draw on my hand, all the light language and stuff? Then you got UFO abduction, but these seem like the Arcturian or something else, you know? So I'm sure you like all those, you know, with those beings and stuff. Oh, look, go on a vision quest. I, yep.
Thanks.
And then here's a portal or looks kind of like a mountain that's a portal, you know, like a Stargate.
Mhm.
You got some blue beams.
Interesting. Your next card is funny, and people in the chat, actually one of their questions,
Galactic
but
Federation. Yeah.
yeah, the Galactic
Mhm.
Federation is helping you.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yay. That's what
Yeah, we'll
we was
tune into that
wanting.
too.
Hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Feel
that's
free
what
to
we was
continue.
wanting. So you got a couple more. Oh, what's this might be just in the other times, you know, other aspects or something, you know, because that's
Oh
fun.
yeah. One of those.
And then check that out. Ancient relics.
Oh, I wonder what that could be. Oh wow.
And then last one kind of seems like a Syrian or something, you know? Yeah, so those are your cards. So that's
Yeah.
good. All your cards are good there. Yeah.
Here's another card. ET Galactic Guide. You are guided by the Galactics.
Hmm.
Um, whenever we'll see what the hell that means, but
Yeah. I love that.
look into other. Well, I'll tune into like actual what is blocking the timeline for more and more people, and we'll use us as an example
Yeah.
for bringing more ET content. And I
Yeah.
did presentations on this. So a lot of it will probably go back to the presentation of like, oh yeah, I wrote that down. So, but it's a long list, and like each aspect of the list takes a while, and you have to dig into it. So we'll like dig into all that too. Um, okay, so Patricia, uh, hey, slip Trish. Let's see if I can get her on the screen. Let me see
I won't be able to
if
see the
there's
screen.
any
I just
way
see
for
our
me.
Zoom, you know?
Is this
People can
yeah,
donate. Just
true.
tell them again about the donation for you that are
Okay.
just now starting.
Okay, I'll go into that.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm just
joining.
putting in the chat for everyone, but essentially, oh man, what? I had a URL, so it was a lot easier. I guess that's gone. It keeps resetting. I think that's like a thing with a lot of the streaming platforms where they
Hmm.
just keep resetting your things, unfortunately. But I put in the chat for YouTube, signicleague@gmail.com is the PayPal. So feel free to send if you want a donation for that. Get a reading from both of us on how to connect more with your ET selves or whatever you want to ask for. If it's blank, we're gonna go for the ETs. If other things you can like ask for whatever. Let's get rid of demons, clearing, healing, abundance, whatever. We'll
Hmm.
read for you
Yep.
guys. So feel free to bring that in. Mm, yeah, I don't get it's already kind of weird. I get maybe no full
Hmm.
links. I'm just looking at yeah, I can't do that. Okay, sorry guys. For I would put the URL there, but I guess it's not there. It's fine. We're gonna
Hmm.
have a great show. Okay.
Yeah.
So Patricia, I don't know. Yeah, do you have a window up? you can look at the YouTube chat
Okay.
because she's commenting there. Um, but she donated 1111. So
Oh,
we can
cool.
like, okay, so I'll like pull some cards and see what one, two. Yeah, I'll pull a funny and know, ET card for her, and
Hang
also
on. So,
we'll tune more into stuff. I don't know exactly what she wanted, but I'm gonna assume it's ET stuff. We also got more donations coming in, so it's picking up. So yeah.
yeah.
So feel free to pull a few for her if you want, once you
Okay.
see her. And to make it easier for Chrissy, feel free to comment in the YouTube chat so that we see you and um, she can tune right into you much easier. Okay, let's see
Yeah.
here. And and then like besides donations, we can like tune more into what's holding people back. With that same question, for first card for Patricia
Patricia.
is
Okay.
that's calling her is Galactic Family. You're having contact with your galactic family of origin. So that's awesome. I love that tech. I'm gonna read it into you, Chrissy, what your cards mean real quick so that
Okay.
people understand what we're not just pulling cards.
Mhm.
There's like deeper meaning to each of them. And yeah, we got cool stuff. Okay, so join SSP. Now, my pulling for her was she wants the ETs closer in her reality. So how that's going to happen? Let's see. For SSP, it's pointing in your body, alters. A lot of it's remembering and integrate. Let's see the exact wording. No, okay, how's that work? Oh, cool. It's a different type of ability. See how that works. But it is something to do with altars. How does it work? It's a little, I haven't really translated this before. One second. Okay. Okay, it's something like freeing them. It seems like they're imprisoned or something like that. And I need so altars come off the soul in the solar plexus. The soul branches off the conscious mind, branches off the ego, which branches off of alter personality aspects that are compartmentalized or compressed or ego, amnesia barriers, screen memories, or memory theft. Uh, there is more layers than just memory, though. So it's wanting wants you to go through a whole process of vision questing. It's in the mind and astral layer in your body, what you're exploring. And you got to go through a bunch of, it's like a maze kind of, there's like layers of, imprinted shit that wants to keep it from integrating in with full recall and then merging. So there's all these layers. Let's see. Um, that prevent full on merging. So you want to go through all that to figure out how to get to them and embrace them to the core where it has meaningful impact that's felt. in remembering.
Mm.
Okay. And with that, triggers a lot of ETs to contact you more.
Mm. So healing
And
the
there's,
layers.
and there seems to be altars. There's like levels to difficulty in integrating the altars. So you probably want to go for an easier one.
Yeah.
And there's ones for my lab as well as ETs. For ET contact more so, we want to integrate the altars having to do with their visitation. I recommend positive ones. There's just less layers on that. Let's see, layers. It's much less layers, but there's still layers. What is layering it? Something in the body. Interesting.
Mm.
Looks like gatekeeper altars. Uh,
Gatekeeper.
when that got there, it started getting there for you. Age 5.
Mm.
So there's probably a lot of military, but then possibly negative ETs and some type of intention being projected at you to anchor to your body to make an aspect of yourself that self-defeating in that remembering process.
Yeah.
So face all those, overcome them, become immune to them, outcreate them, and then get to that version of you. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And feel free to tune into the cards that you get and tell me what you think they mean for me more in depth too. We'll go
Okay.
kind of work.
Yeah, yeah. Now this is for Patricia still, right? Did you do
No,
her
that
card?
was for you. That was for you.
Yeah, right.
That's for you, so people know because we drew them already. But yeah, we
Yeah.
got donors, and we'll go right to them.
Okay.
But go ahead and do one for me, and then we'll go to Patricia because we got 3 donators at the moment. We'll go through them too. We can
Mm-hmm.
read times.
Yeah.
But your other cards were Galactic Federation and Galactic Guides. And since somebody asked about Galactic Federation, I'll
Yeah.
cover that a bit and we'll see what's going on. But feel free to read into yours.
Well, with the Apollonian with yours, I always see you as a lion, you know? Do you feel like you have the lion aspect in the Apollonian?
Oh yeah, they come
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Yeah, because I see
Many
that
of the
lion warrior.
friends. Yep.
It's it's a giant lion that I see holding like a staff and stuff too, you know? It's like
Cool.
he just real like in a golden light too, you know? So it's probably like an ascended master then, I would think. Don't you feel that? That would be more ascended master? Yeah, I think so. That matches. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are very high dimension. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing if I find you on any ships, but this would be other aspects of you that might be, a clone that's not so, because it might not be as advanced either, too, if it's still like on a ship or something. Because I don't see, because I see you as that as an ascended master, but I can see like a younger kind of maybe maybe they, because I heard you say with um Arkeem something about being on a ship, and I could see that y'all too, but y'all seem young, like younger, and kind of more naive or something, like young, for your just like you would work under other people, did you tune into that aspect of you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many
Yeah. Well, that one is just seems
Um,
like you're just learning like that. It just seems like you was almost you just live on that ship there. But other aspects. So I got the Octurian, and with the Octurians, this is going to be more with the healing and tools and stuff that they would give you, you know, um, your healing abilities and psychic abilities, seeing, hearing, all of your psychic abilities and um I see a lady because she has on like a headdress thing too, like that of an Octurian woman, maybe like a mother figure, you know? Have you found her a motherly figure that's Octurian that looks like the elongated skulls, you know, and she wears those robes and stuff, but it's like a she's motherly. She might not be your mother, but motherly. So
oh, thank you.
seems like a teacher, you know? Maybe she, because I think that it seems like that was maybe you've gone on their ship too, and she taught you different psionic abilities as well, growing up when you were little, you know, like abducted you when you were younger, like really young, like 3 or something like that. You look really young there. And then doing practicing with the stuff and then watching over you. So she's kind of motherly for you.
Mm.
And there's other kids there too. And then the relics, you know, we know what the relics are there. And then the medicines for the dragonfly, the spider, and the dragonfly spider, and then what was the third?
Like artifacts and machine of some type. Don't remember everything. You,
And yeah, I'll pull some more cards though. We'll go into some more stuff, okay? For you. Yeah.
your card on the unstoppable wave of fire ants
Mm-hmm.
um, points to ants. It says yeah, the ant people, inner Earth version especially, but there's soul family you've had that go way back with their species planet. It wants you to engage in the DNA tech that you have, like a supercomputer, in accessing them and going through the mystery school. You got a lot of tech to turn on with them that tunes right into them or
Okay.
telepathic. Wants you to engage with them more telepathically.
Okay. So hearing, I need to be able to hear them. So can they turn the volume up, you know, so I can hear it like that?
There's different answers to that with different people. Let's see what your settings are. I teach people telepathy, so I can do that with you at some point if you want, and anyone
Yeah.
else in the audience. Uh, see how much. No, you have a security system, so you're the only one that can play with the settings.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate, but I have that too.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
you have to learn how to be a mechanic of telepathy, body tech.
Yeah.
Um, it's just good. It keeps people from being fully schizophrenic, but you
Mm-hmm.
know,
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
want that stuff. So balance it. Okay, so yeah, we can go to Patricia now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I drew your cards, but then I already drew her cards too here too.
Cool. Go ahead and show us your cards.
Her cards.
The other card I got so people can guess for
Uh-huh.
Patricia while
Patricia.
people reading is a pizza guy who fucked up. How's that going to help bring ETs closer in her reality? So that's what we'll be drawing on the card because I love that prompt that Christy came up with. And Galactic Family. So we'll tune into those. But go ahead
Mm-hmm.
and show the cards that you
Okay. This
for
is for Patricia, and she donated. How much did she donate there?
11.
$11? Yeah. Okay. So this is her first card. It's like a praying mantis type with some light language. She does light language too, so
Yeah,
she'll like this.
slam poetry.
Well, the oh shit is blinking. Gee, that means it's the
Oh
truth.
shit, the
Yeah.
poltergeist. The poltergeist is
When it's
there.
blinking for me, then it means it's the truth too. It's like saying yes for when there's like the pendulum, saying yes, you like that. So poltergeist. And then, well, what
Right.
about Project Stargate for Patricia? Project Stargate. And oh, this is a good one. Never give up.
Yeah.
That was
Love that.
Patricia. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read into one of mine,
Okay.
and then you read it. Feel free to read into one of yours, and then I'll read in mine, and we'll go back. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll do it for let the other donations are around, but so we can't like just stay on one person for long. So she did $11. Next guy is $15. Next one is 13. So
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So I finished Patricia's. Now, you do finish Patricia's?
let me so Galactic Family, I'll tune into that real quick. So I'll give
Okay.
you time. You tune into yours.
Okay.
Um, wants you to connect to Soul Family. Let's see which, yeah, one specifically more than others. Let's see where exists on inner Earth. What's looks to be around Sirius, though it's not a normal one. How that works. Um, oh, why? What? Okay, I don't usually get that as the prompt. Let's see. And which type? Ah, okay. So it looks like one of her soul family is it's kind of weird to explain because not many people know this, but so Anunnaki is a
Mhm.
vast amount of species, not just one, and there's genetic engineers and super hybrids and shapeshifters. So there's a lot. Whole solar system, multiple planets, and realms worth of, and higher dimensions worth of beings of many different residual images, like humanoid, giant, reptoid, insectoid, canis, or dog people, Anubis, all that bird, all that thing. And it keeps going.
Oh, for
How many
me.
came all
For mine.
right? And
Yeah.
then the majority of the royal family that's described in Samaria is Orion and Sirius B. So Sirius B aspects coming through, but um going more the Egyptian because it's not arriving together a whole cluster of genetic introducers came
Mm-hmm.
all together.
Okay.
But different planets and royal sectors, they don't have to be merged together. Like there's ones for the Sumerian, Egyptian, Greek, Japan, Ireland. There's a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
showing up, making pyramid grids, different factions. Not all of them agree, but some are at least somewhat cohesively united to fight against worse things that are worse enemies. Yeah, so I'm seeing Egyptian in the ibis humanoid like Thoth, but there's a lot more ibis species.
Mm-hmm.
Very overpowered in knowledge. Um, so more than and there's ibises showing up on some of the ET
Yeah.
artifacts that we
Mm-hmm.
have in
Yep.
Mexico. So ibis race went beyond just Egypt. Um, so that seems to be something you're connected to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Patricia.
Oh,
So,
for Patricia. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
um,
Probably this for
uh,
all of us then, since we're all here, huh?
yeah,
Too.
there's yeah, we have their genetics. So, um, they're one of the introducers. Um, yeah, it wants you to connect with the ones that are here. So, at least two know about you. They seem to have a parental interaction with her soul and love her a lot. Um, they're doing a lot. They're monitoring a lot. They're overpowered. They got multiple expressions of themselves in third and beyond dimensionality. They don't want to be the location known. They just know they're they're aware of you and want to contact you. They've already sent you telepathic messages in your heart. Yeah, you'd have to do that one. And what's the thing pointing to? See, for telepathy. And how much? Yeah, you need a lot of power and telepathic energy. That's mostly telepathic energy, fueling your telepathic body. And there's a lot of things that want to target and steal from that and drain it so it doesn't increase. It's a lot of things want to cut off our species from telepathy strongly functioning. It's one of the things that turns on as you gain in high density and you ability to transmute energies to different things like telepathic energy, burn or create a generator.
So this is for
So
Patricia. This is all for Patricia.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but a lot of people have that. So
Mm-hmm.
this is people in the audience. Okay, so what go let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, they send you a bunch of upgrades, but they're not going to do anything against your permission. So it's like waiting to unpack. So you have to give permission to the upgrades. There's like 10,000 of them. A little bit of them will amplify telepathy, but for her, only a certain amount can be done upgraded externally. She'll have to do some stuff herself internally.
And she
But yeah,
said, "Are you saying that Soul Family wants to connect Sean?" That's what you said. That's what you were saying.
yeah,
The Soul
it's a
Family.
mission. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and read yours.
And she asked about the Stargate project, and I felt like that was, but the card feels like that was the CIA Stargate project. That you were involved in. One of your other aspects with that, with this remote viewing, and I feel kind of like Montauk thing too just then. So I don't know if you have Montauk. I forgot if Patricia said that or not. But it's opening up portals, stargates, with your mind, with your psionic abilities. Yeah. Okay, so this is another one. This is yours, right? I'm doing it your card, Sean. A couple of them, right? Or
No,
what were we doing?
don't worry about me. Go
Okay,
ahead with Patricia.
I did already. I already did hers.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out a pizza guy who fucked up what that means.
Mm.
Just points the guy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, people big.
Mm.
One sec, just trying to translate for
Guy.
that.
A guy.
Uh,
A guy who fucked up.
no, it's pointing. Okay, and I'll just read how that works. Because I got locked on. It's like a love interest. I'm trying to see who. Um, it is
Okay.
this life.
Mm. Maybe a soulmate.
Yep. ET soulmate. Yeah,
Oh.
this happens. I'm sure you're aware of it. Where ETs will visit you, and some will already have a soul connection to you and have been lovers in the past and reconnect and do you end up doing some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Some astral sex.
Could be that, it could be them actually visiting you physically, all kinds of
Okay.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it can be astral sex. That's like one of the things, depending on the species, but it seems to be pointing to that. Um, yeah, they want to help you a lot. You also have to give permission to them. They send you like a million support upgrades and things, so you got to receive all that.
She said I give permission.
Yeah, it needs your outloud statement, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's more for private, like permission.
it wants you to tune into the heart connection between them and you, and there seems to be a meditation you can do in that where memory starts flooding over, and there's like, it'll probably be like you dating for a while, and then a bunch of stuff happens, and some events occur after that. So you want to unpack that timeline in that remembering. Some tears might flow. Give it time and emotion and focus and vision and all that, and like you're focusing in on it like a laser, and it bounces back in, and as you breathe it unpacks more and more. So you're like forcing open that remembering, and
I wonder. Yeah.
the blocks on remembering are the same things that we talked about with Christy, which is like the self-defeating programs that are implanted earlier. I think they're implanted in everyone on the planet, to separate these alternate events that are then compressed in our consciousness to forget, uh, after we're put in back in the game as if we're never left, so that it doesn't interfere with this game. There's like an allowance to there's many layers. I'm gonna definitely track back the core of that, because I think I'm very interested in that. I want to see
Mm-hmm.
that go away for it seems like everyone on the planet's
Mm-hmm.
within.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll track back one layer, and then with
Yeah.
each person, we're going to go deeper, and then we'll do the rest of the donations. See, we left off on the layer of the onion, going deeper, of the altars that are self-defeating, and it separating the altar from us, and freeing it somehow. Let's see. Okay, it goes back to the events when that started imprinting.
Mm-hmm.
We're a trillion layers out from the core.
Yeah.
Um, that's else. It wants everyone to make a sending back in time before it's that kind of programming is imprinted, and preventing it with defense as well as countering, because
Mm-hmm.
it seems like they'll keep trying to add it back in time. Okay, so that's a deeper layer.
Mm. So how
That
can we go back?
right. Yeah, but like, we'll read a layer deeper with each person, because we got to
Okay.
get the donations. So the
Okay.
next donated is Zahir Glass, that donated $15. So feel free to pull some cards for her. I'll also get some cards.
Zahir
Zahir. And feel free to type in the chat, Zahir, if you haven't already. I think he did.
on the
Uh,
YouTube.
yeah, trying to find it. No, you didn't
Mm-mm.
type. Yeah, please type in the chat on YouTube, Zahir, so she tunes in. But yeah, you
Zahir.
can kind of get his.
Zahir. Mhm.
And the first card I pulled for him for the same, and let me just check his message if he asked for anything different. But we're gonna go for ETs again. And
Yeah.
for people in the audience, okay, so how can I increase energy circulation and how can I increase knowingness? Please and thank you. Yeah, yeah. So it's different than ET, is what he's asking for. So go ahead
Hmm.
and pull for that. Sorry. Um,
Knowingness,
yeah, no,
knowingness,
uh,
knowingness,
and increase energy circulation.
energy circulation. Probably taking some kind of a like Reiki or Tai Chi or some kind of like a martial arts or some kind of movement with exercise for energy circulation. One thing, like a
Mhm.
Tai Chi kind of thing, don't you
Yeah, yeah.
think? Mm-hmm. Energy circulation. Those the scrape the spoon thing, how you can scrape your muscles like that too, like and it makes your kind of bruises you in the massage things, how they have that and that increase that moves the blood and everything too in your body. You just like scrape it and at certain points and stuff and it just makes big old bruises all over you, but it moves the energy. Okay, so this is for Zahir then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's him. I don't know if he's in a 20 and back. Is he? I don't
I
know. You
mean,
have to let us know, okay? He is, but
pretty
he
much
can,
everyone on the planet has been abducted by ETs
I
for
think
sure.
so. I
My
think put in the SSP.
my lab, some I kind of am going back and forth between because we have a rare audience, so I find a lot of people in my audience at least has more so likelihood
Hmm.
for my lab or
Yeah.
military abduction.
Hmm.
Uh, though I've also read people where their higher self does not want me to tell them. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much percentage of the planet exactly has my lab.
Hmm. Okay, so this is a here still. So he has mental power card. So maybe he has it, it's just kind of blocked, or turned down. Oh, you got set boundaries. So here, set boundaries. So maybe something to do with that, setting boundaries, not giving all the energy away, like that. Some light language here.
Mhm.
There's some more light language. Maybe these will help. Well, and then you got the praying mantis here. Yeah. So with those, the mental power, set boundaries. I feel like set boundaries is the big thing, like maybe prioritizing your time so you can find more time to do those things, to do maybe some kind of a Tai Chi or exercise or Reiki or walking to increase your energy flow. And then what was the second that he wanted? Energy flow and
And knowingness.
knowingness. Okay. So doing like one of those things will really help, like the Reiki or Tai Chi, that's kind of gonna center your mind more too. With the Tai Chi, doesn't it kind of center your mind? But I know Reiki will for sure. That helps you. Um, I'm a Karuna Reiki master, so it's helped open my mind really more than anything. And you're given all the symbols and stuff for healing, and it increases energy flow. So I do recommend Reiki to anyone who wants to take that.
Me too. So my cards that I got for him, for knowingness and energy circulation is spouse. So you'll have to tell, I'll read it. I don't know if he has a spouse, but
Hmm.
essentially a significant other depends if you already have it or if you need one. So that'll go based on the card. The other one is going around punching people.
Mm.
So
Yeah, maybe
yeah.
frustrated. Maybe he's kind of frustrated with his self. He's not in the chat, so he's not answering. So I don't know, kind of a blind read, for me. But maybe I don't know if he has a spouse or not, but maybe setting boundaries, then he won't feel like going around punching people because he's frustrated that he didn't have no time for himself, like that. So,
Okay, so heart love connection amplifies knowingness. Knowingness centers in the heart. There's generators for it. You amplify it, you increase density, you build up like a star, you shine it onto things. Combine it with truth, shine it onto the things you want to focus on and gain knowingness about, and then it bounces off, breathe it in. As you expand your heart in love, that amplifies every other heart ability, including knowingness. So I'd recommend a lot of cuddling. So if you have a spouse, if you don't, probably get one. Um, it
or
doesn't have
just
to,
hug yourself.
yeah, just get some other love.
Yeah, it could be
Right.
your pet. It could be a pet too, like your pet or whatever you love dearly, opening up that too. Well, mostly it's for yourself though, so it's going to be probably another person, that could help.
Yeah, and then the going around punching people, it's pointing to punching. It wants you to engage in martial arts and
Mm.
amplify your psionic abilities in
Hmm.
protection,
Good.
boundaries. Uh, there are limits that compress around the heart to shrink it down in its expansion. You always want to expand your heart as much as possible, generating as more love, light, kind of things coming out of your heart, your divinity. And there are opposites of those type of energies coming at you and compressing you. Your goal is to stop them and fuck them up if you need to, or whatever you need to defend yourself and expand your heart. And I'd recommend like with punching bags or martial arts or working out with weights.
Hmm.
Um, I do that every day. And
Yeah, that's
amplify
good.
the state of being where your heart is amplified, more open, expanded, and you're pushing back what's pushing you and shrinking down. Um, and you want to clear the heart of all attachment and negative programming and master every negative energy or emotion that's coming at you to compress your heart so that it's no longer a threat. And you're anytime they send that energy at you, it just fuels your fire and makes you more overpowered. So
Yeah.
you use the cocoon that's compressing around you as the very thing that makes you stronger. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, next
Sounds
one.
good.
And if you had any more you wanted to read for that, feel free. But
Mm-mm.
I'll
That's good. Yeah. That said it.
cool. Next one is James Whitakus, and
Okay.
he says skin's almost healed up. Anything new pop up that I should know about, or maybe that happened to me at the Manhattan base or SSP stuff.
Okay. We can do that.
He's talking about a thing that I may not. You can tell me if I can talk to people about it. I'm not gonna publicly disclose that unless you allow me to. So feel free. Oh yeah, and Athem Animist is Zahir in the chat. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have a
I
spouse.
don't have a spouse. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Um, become your greatest self, work
Hmm.
out, frame, game, money, motions, um, uh, physique, get all that up, and then go out into the world and attract um, your uh, your your baddie, your
Hmm.
girl, whatever. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, because you'll feel better too if you do the like exercising. I don't know if do you exercise to here? Do you exercise already?
drop and give me 10. No, whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
he's
for
talking
James.
about SSP and my lab stuff if you want to talk about anything for that. So,
Hmm.
or anything new he should know about. So go ahead and draw for that.
Okay. All right. This is for James. So we got the praying mantis, and I got shaman, and these seem. Mm, I'm not sure if these are Arcturian or Syrian or just some might be any kind of blue because a lot of species might be Orion. A lot of species have blue skin. You know that some of them I don't even know their names. It's more the energy, you know. Oh, you had the. Do you resonate, James, with the praying mantis? Because I feel that right now with you. The praying mantis is one of your star families. I mean, you have a whole line of them too. You know, like Andromedan, Sirian, Pleiadian, Orion, Arcturian, all of them that I can think of, you know? So like the star seed of them. So how about this girl? Have you seen her in the programs? Redheaded girl in this one. Yes, I do, but whenever I'm out and about in my night travel, spaces are always blurred. Okay. You are loved dearly. That's a nice message. Lots of praying mantis here. Different ones too. Oh, you got the Stargate. Remote viewing, psychic espionage, and teleportation. That's the Stargate. Patricia was asking too about that Stargate. There's some more here too, the list of them for your psionic abilities. Another type of praying mantis. Antares comes up too for one of your. Oh, this says control your mind and it's blinking for yes, like something to control your thoughts, like staying present. Oh, connect with your roots. So that could be your starseed roots or however you want, your starseed lineage. That might help you too. Yep. So that's James. What do you think of that, James? Any questions?
Okay, cool. Thank you for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Cards I got for him are Starseed Mission. Your mission is to raise consciousness and heal and save the planet, which we'll tune into in a bit. And the funny card the universe wants you to know about, for some reason, is the amount of gay I am.
Hmm.
Wonder what that means. So
Yeah.
yes in the comments and practice your psychic abilities, and we play
Yeah.
around at jokes.
Yeah.
Joking answer first, and then we'll go to real answer.
Yeah. Like gay, happy, like that,
Yeah, it
like
could be.
joy.
Yeah, usually it's never like trying to. The universe isn't actually using the card to insult you. It just makes you
Mm-hmm.
laugh. And
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
I
It's like gay,
do
happy or
have gay
something.
aliens in the cards though,
Hmm.
and I've seen that come up multiple times. It's funny.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay. So yeah, I'll read mine first. Star mission. Yeah. And okay. So this is going along with his question. Yeah, something more bigger. Let's see what it is. For Earth, this realm, probably the United States is is it deeper than that? Yeah, US. Okay, what what types? Just one specifically? Okay. What seems you're overpowered with something? Ooh, are you really good at that? I love that ability. Um, Congratulations. You got really good. Let me see. Yeah, you are. Oh, you're better at it. How'd you get that? Uh,
Because he said he's a Time Lord. He has Time Lord DNA.
yeah. Um, okay, interesting. So he's got the ability pollution elimination, which is like purification of water and also it's mostly in water, but it's also there's like defense mechanisms for other elements to resolve pollution, spiritual, energetic, and physical. So I practice on water, bodies of water.
Hmm.
Yep. Um, you have literally the whole arsenal for that ability, and you're a billion times better at it than other regular people. Practice on water, bodies of water that are polluted, and you can set up whole spiritual ceremonies and methods for that, like programming rocks and then throwing them in the water and then emitting at them from a distance to do various things. There's a lot of things to do. It's essentially dehaunting an area and then making it so the water is more and more powerful, more light shines. There's an automatic mechanism in the water to eliminating pollution and separating it from the water. Um, so there's things to practice with that ability. It's a method of purification, and there are many types of elements and toxins and things to master. So it looks like you've done a lot in the past life. I was really good at it. So you'll be integrating that ability quite a lot. And it wants you to do that. That seems to affect consciousness on the planet, bodies of water. So you're going to be raising the consciousness as you purify pollution. Though you want to take baths afterwards because there's going to be a lot of haunted attachment and entanglement with those areas, trying to keep them polluted because that affects the consciousness. And so you'll be detaching from it, clearing it, overpowering it with love, light. You want to start from small things to bigger things. Because some things are like there's some big apex multidimensional predators entangled with places. And a lot of rivers have big chakras in place of power. And like same thing with ponds and lakes and stuff. So you can see what you can do and then increase your methods and train, work with source and earth. And there's a version of you that's really good at it. You'll be integrating with them. So there's that. The amount of gay I am, let's see, just points to I am. So forget about the gay.
Mm.
So let's see. So the I am is a connection to source. That's multiple definition aspect, but the one that's major of concern, let's see, is a tech that humans, angels, divinity, and some rare species, but not every species has an I am. And that's one of the overpowered things we have in our human experiment. Yeah, and then also for the purification of water, you can set up shrines, stack stones. Um, there's a lot of methods of different elementals you can do in your ceremony when you go to these places, and you're turning on the place of power and making them feel safe, and so that they can do more of the heavy lifting themselves, and you empower it to take back itself. And then it can also affect the local people and influence them to clean up too, which is part of it. But you'll also be practicing the ability to separate water. The I am. Yeah, it wants you to clear out, purify, like uncreate attachment, uh, bring the wholeness, your I am body that's in the center of your heart, and make it really empowered and safe and generating. And then there's like authority that comes with that. And like source level abilities that you can have in where you're a conduit for source, uh, aligning your goals with source, but you align already in, and then empowering that current into the reality to perform it and get it done. That's what I'm reading. Okay.
But
It,
James, I can feel like he has healing abilities in his hands too, that like the he's he generates a lot of heat inside, to burn up the stuff too. So he just has to put his hands to where it feels like the block is, if there is a block or whatever it is, and then that just will diffuse it. It just kind of cleans it out like you're running water, in the dirty like that, and it just is cleaning up the chakras or whatever. Oh, Susan's in the chat. Hi, Susan.
and yeah, James is not gay. And
Yeah, we know.
yeah, we
He's
know.
just kidding.
It's the I am
We
part of
know.
the cards.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then I'll tune into the next layer, which is,
Oh, yeah. The next layer of what, though, so people know.
yeah, the ET is closer into my reality.
Okay.
Steps. Let's see
Oh,
what it,
and I'll put your Sonic League dot. What is the thing if they want to donate to the PayPal?
yeah, thank you for that. I'll type it in again. Psionic League at gmail.com is the PayPal.
Hmm. If you want us to do a reading for you.
Exactly. Let's see here. Okay, it goes to the thing, the suppressant factor on the planet that's keeping everyone from remembering visitation. See what it is. It has to do with Atlantis fall. Um, is it just that, or is there something else? It looks like it's the Matrix.
Mm. So
So
that was
what?
another layer.
Right. So the main matrix of Earth. Let's see in the yeah, and all the attachment onto it that corrupted it, essentially. So the original matrix is supposed to be pure. So there's a corruption and added on virus kind of thing
Mm.
going on with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so what does that need to resolve that? Let's see.
Yeah. What does it need?
Okay. How much? How far? Interesting. Okay, there's a lot of layers with it. The good news is all the work everyone on the planet's been doing, there's like the amount of work has been cut in half.
Oh, good.
Um, but it needs like precise kind of things in surgical. So there's like layers of its core that need clearing out. It's been incurred on, so that needs to at its core be see how that works. Okay, so it connects to the consciousness of Earth Mother, um, which is she's an overpowered spirit in divinity tech. Um, so there's like layers with healing the Earth that resolve the matrix. So that at its core is like a source that needs to shine out and then get brighter and push back the darkness and take back the layers, and then become resilient to the incursion. And so it's strong enough to prevent it and stop it from happening again. Um,
So doing healing on the earth.
yeah, as well as the Matrix, which is like a hologram reality aspect of this realm that's a branch of her
Mm.
and a bunch of other authority beings that are granted to maintain aspects of her. Um, it's being pulled to multiple realms and planets of the solar system, at least the main nine. And
Mm.
that seems to be needing to be resolved. Let's see how it's like they're pull things on those places and planets are pulling the matrix there. So that pulling needs to be resolved so that it can come back here and be like more present. It's like when you're out of body, you're not really present, you're not able to do as much functionally. It's kind
So
of like that.
cutting those cords, like cutting the cords around her or something, and then like condensing them back in.
That's a process to it, though it should to keep them from more cords and attachment pulling. There's something at the core of them that needs to be resolved, so there's no need to pull at it. So I'll figure out more about what
Mm.
that is too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it seems there's a state of being in resolving the natural hologram matrix before, purified of this incurring virus that needs to be brought back to and maintained, and to where the anything that's attached to it that's having the need to make everyone forget about their other multidimensional interaction and visitation, etc., is no longer needed, both in
Mm-hmm.
light, neutral, evil, to pull on that and get rid of it,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the ability for them to breach into positive authorities to do that isn't able to be done anymore. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so is that. So the
It
next
was
one,
like a record being, I was seeing something like people who are in like a radio shed or something, and then they've left a long time ago, but the radio is still playing, like their cords attachment. So, like they don't even, some of them don't even know it's still playing too.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with people's comments. Yeah, the matrix is distorted, needs to be fixed. Yep, I agree. So, yeah, again, and some people are like, no, we got to break out of the matrix or destroy it or escape it or whatever. Um, it's really hard to do that. Also, there's a reason for coming here that like outweighs the negative. And most tech and abilities and psionics and authority is earned through goodness by the and is held by the original authorities. Most matrices were made by positive beings, and they were stolen and corrupted, or just
Mm-hmm.
incurred and corrupted, like the mega matrices, like what Earth has.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, next donator
Mm-hmm.
donated $30.
Oh, cool. And
This is
that was
Korean. Uh,
Maria, Maria,
yeah,
Mara,
Maria. She's in the chat.
Merida. How do you,
Cool.
Mara? Mara? Mara. Is that right?
She also goes by Karina.
Oh, Karina. Okay.
Okay.
Karina.
Yeah,
What does she want to know?
let's see. It shows up in the messages.
Karina.
Oh yeah. Healing for family from timeline in Lyra. Any
Hmm.
messages?
Oh, the Lyran Wars.
Right.
That's devastating to many, being separated and sent to other planets or losing their star family. Seeing that, yeah, I just feel like she saw that, her family getting killed and stuff, her Lyran family. I feel chills now. That's real strongly where she's seen that, like she was a little girl or something, and seen her family getting killed in front of her. Yes. Then where'd you go? Did you have to move with another, like go to another place? Like a lot of people migrated to the Pleiades or other places, Sirius. So you felt kind of out of place. Oh, I'm doing some cards for you here, so that'll help. But I see that they're with her always, her Lyran mom and dad, in that reality. Then they travel, they're always with her. In this reality, they stand behind her, for support. Yep, and encouragement. They said, "You got this." Your mom is very encouraging. This your Lyran family, Which card you got? I'm still drawn for. It's on mute, Sean.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The cards I pulled are they're pretty good with this. The
Okay.
cards that I got, so people can guess in the comments. The funny card is, you can figure it out. A hopeless amount of spiders. So feel free to
A
guess what.
hopeless amount of spiders.
And the next one is Alfred Draconis. This is the High Draconin. You've been abducted by the Alfred Draconis. It says that, but I'm gonna tune into more. The next one is Time Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
Time travel during your dreams, but it might be again. I'll tune into it more. Another one is Twin Flame.
Oh.
Uh, and she donated again $30.
Oh, okay.
You have met and are about to meet your twin flame, but I'll tune into that more. What the hell that means?
So the Alpha Draconis, that probably was the invasion of Lyra, when that time, because she said that they are with me now in this reality, and my Lyran family is my current family. That's that's cool. That's special too, that they're with you. That makes you feel not alone then. So that seems like that with the twin flame. Do you have a twin flame? Have you already met your twin flame?
Uh, she, um, she talks about a
Yes, she said yes.
yeah. Yeah, feel free to
I
comment
love them.
to it with
hmm
it. But it might also be talking about ET twin flames. There's a whole list of
Oh,
our
I see that. Yeah.
greatest family
hmm
soulmates. So
hmm
I'll tune into that why, but feel free to tell
Mm.
what you into it.
Yeah, Bill. I don't know if it's in this physical reality, the twin flame,
We'll see.
because it feels like there's a strong one that's like someone else you met when you moved to a different place, like that. I don't know. So here's the cards that I got for you. I do inner work on yourself. That's good. That's good for all of us to do that. And some it was kind of powerful there. That one. I felt that one. I cleared all entanglements with former twin flame and karma. That's what she said. Take time for you. And you got these seem what do these seem like to you? These seem like a Syrian, kind of like a Syrian to me.
Nice.
And this radio frequency. So I see kind of like when you're doing like a meditation, then that's how your thoughts you can send them out, like a manifesting in that way, like a radio frequency or tuning into different radio frequencies for your telepathic, and receive the information too from your star fam or from other star families, not just the Lyran, but other, galactic beings too. In the 20-year term, multiple times with the SSP. Do you resonate with the SSP? Oh, this one's flashing. Abducted, UFO abducted. That's kind of blue being kind of feels Orion. That one did. That feels Orion. Sometimes they change. Orion. Heal past traumas. Oh, you got everybody's getting the Stargate, Project Stargate. This is the remote viewing, in the programs, doing the remote viewing, the all your psionic abilities in the SSP. Do you resonate with being in the SSP? Does she resonate with being
Uh,
in the SSP? Oh, look, I even got twin flame for her.
he is targeted by various factions,
Yeah,
and yeah, and ET visitation quite a bit.
yeah. And then here's this kind of looks like a starship going through a portal, lots of starships probably going on those. Oh, she doesn't know what the SSP, the secret space program, is.
Oh boy,
Really?
can of worms.
The SSP is the secret space program.
Yeah, go ahead and explain it for people out there that don't understand it.
And these seem like the Octurian, you know. Oh, so you know what the secret space program is? Yeah. Yeah, she knows.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Okay. And that's the cards there for her. That kind of resonated with the energy, huh? With the same kind of cards, really. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Secret space. I
Okay,
think
so
like
uh
I do a bit.
okay, cool. Thank you for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Um the hopeless amount of spiders. Okay, so Draco just did a lot of different things when they invaded Lyra. They invaded a lot, like spiritually, dimensionally, 3D wise too, and
Oh
uh
yeah. I think that's one of the layers that's on us too, you know?
yes, they captured souls and soul family, killed a lot, and captured those souls. A lot of the top tier authority of Draco and Orion um are storing the captured souls in their stomach,
Oh no.
using them for fuel and power in prisons. And part of our mission is to figure out a way to free them. So,
We have to have a vanquishing potion to throw it at them so they all spew out, all the live souls spew out.
yeah. So they enslave races and then they breed them or clone them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've even talked to a girl that like she asked me if I could figure out a dream for her where she had an envisionment of a planet being invaded by giants, well, mechanical robot like cyborg T-Rexes, and she wanted to know what that was about. And I told her, "Oh, this is going to trigger you, and that's an invasion of Lyra." And then she started crying like a lot, and then freaking out about it and started remembering.
Mm-hmm.
So there's various things that they've made for whole planetary invasions.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is enslaved spider races, ground troops. So a hopeless
Oh.
spider is planetary invasion of huge amounts of spiders, giant
Mm.
spiders.
And then now they're using those on the like they're using them for their own army to attack.
Yeah, like there's these weaponized races, like in our mythos of media, the xenomorph in Aliens with Sigourney Weaver is an example of a highly genetically engineered, weaponized, planet invading and like wiping out a species on the planet kind of race.
Mm-hmm.
So there's various ones for that. Randy Kramer talked about a,
Spiders on Mars.
yeah, that, but like ran into one that's in that classification. That's teleporting giant scorpion.
Oh,
So there's that. There's a lot of mostly insectoids I find that are weaponized like that because they're made to breed in large mass.
Mm.
Uh,
Well, he said they had to disintegrate or how obliterate, however, that whole planet from those one species because
yeah,
they just couldn't die. There was so many of them. They were outnumbered.
there's also that movie Tomorrow War that goes into that with the white spike species. That's an example. But I have also tuned into future timelines where there's potential for invasion in mostly colonies of humanity on other planets, but sometimes they get through, and they're mostly insectoid races that are highly weaponized. Some are spiders, some are like a beetle type, some are
Centipedes.
aggressive ant type, but like a lot of them
Hmm.
have more genetics than that. That's just like the base closest thing I can think of to it.
Hmm.
They're way different than that though, and they're
Hmm.
highly weaponized to take over worlds.
Yeah,
So there,
giants.
yeah, does Draco have more than that? At least at a time when they were using them, there have been counters made for a lot of them though, so they're not always having the same weapon all the time in
Right.
time.
Right, because they can make a whole bunch of clones of them, of the whatever species they're wanting to create because they're master geneticists too. So they can put a spider, scorpion, and make a whole bunch of them and go attack whatever.
So your people are also so there's three things in the Liar Invasion to boil down of action, which is one, time travel. It's not set in stone. There are things still time traveling back to those moments, either making it better or worse. There's some things that are set in stone. You can't get rid of everything, but you can at least counter things and make it better. It's like a healing, bleeding wound that affects us now. That's what's asking for currently, but there's also two other things, which some of the big anchors in time, which is based on how much of an effort is involved in it in the dark side to do it. Um, is that some of the captured souls can't be stopped from being captured. So the two methods that I have been seeing people incarnate into is one incarnate into the Draco star system and Orion as those species secretly to secretly have that version of them go up the ranks, and then they're kind of a battle oriented hierarchy. So you can challenge if you're at a high enough level, you can challenge the hierarchy, and you can if you win, you become the next leader
Mm.
and go up. And part of that is because they're very violent and warrior-esque. So I think they eat them too, but it's part of it is like taking all their spiritual abilities and things that they have, including the souls. Um, and then part of your spirit can replace what they gained with their own abilities coming out that would be of equal value uh, for the souls and then free them once that version of you frees them. The other method is coming here to Earth in this realm as a super over human, super hybrid of 10,000 races human experiment where you could gain enough abilities to jailbreak the souls out of them without them noticing or countering all that bullshit that they have around them from stolen abilities from the souls, which is quite a hefty load. There's a lot of abilities you got to gain to make it so it's not harmful for you. And I don't recommend doing it unless you're ready because it's like, robbing a bank or jailbreaking out your friend. There's a lot of threats in that. So you gotta make sure you got everything. And
Oh,
some people
she's
are doing both. You can
Yeah.
you can amplify with detachment because those versions of us that incarnate in Draco are very haunted.
Oh,
And
okay.
sometimes
Hmm.
in order to gain up the hierarchy, you can't just heal them or something.
Hmm.
They got to stay in that energy, and because they're being skeptically looked at through their peers, and so they have to have that dominant energy and overpowering. Though there are certain things you can do, it's what comes to mind as an example is there's a show called V, and there's like an invading reptoid race that shapeshifts as humans. They have this machine that scans their species for an infection of empathy. And if their race starts getting empathy, they're killed.
Mm.
I've seen that with some of the Draco factions. I don't think all of them have it. Because you can't just kill everything unless you have a really big population. But for certain aspects of the greater hierarchy, they do protect from that.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so there's that. With the spiders, once you do time travel, okay, the invasions of some of the things that go down can be prevented. Uh, so it wants you to find a solution in the timeline for the invasion of the spiders. Um, you can look at Tomorrow War as an example. They made a super virus that would wipe out the species as an example. Um, there is not a timeline in potential yet for that happening, but it's allowed to occur. I'd have to like scan a bunch of variables in the timeline to see what works, though. That's why this is not an easy solution, but you can get your higher self and source on that. It starts resolving. Time travel, again, it wants you to time travel. Yeah, it goes back there. Um, Multiple things. One, two, three. You can prevent a lot of the wounding to yourself and versions of you. I'm reading. And you can do stuff to make it so that the places, planets, realms, etc., are more salvageable in the future because they're kind of overwhelmed with fucked reality stuff right now. But that could be changed. So there's like going back in time and making it so things are more secure, so they can push back against that, and then the future in the timeline is more easy to heal, and then it heals faster, kind of
Hmm.
situation. Uh,
Yeah.
it says a lot with like heart stuff, like infinite love, infinite energy, love, and connections to source. And there's like a battleground for those three, especially that you want to, if you can empower to push back against the darkness, then it will empower a lot of the other systems of the planets and the solar system, etc. Okay. So is that I'm gonna check if anyone else donated. Oh, and our twin flame card is
She said she healed that, her twin flame. And
Um,
karmic.
okay, so I'm not really into the whole definition of the twin flame because it's not exactly super accurate with how love works, how soul works. And there's actually like over 10 definitions for what the hell twin flame means,
Exactly.
including like, oh, it's another aspect of you and they separate and they come back, or
Yeah.
the best possible soulmate, which I like. I personally prefer that definition. Um, Soul family, that's like some of the oldest soul family that you have been with for a long time, or beings that were born with at the same time your whatever oldest aspect of spirit or soul came into existence. There's a lot. So those are some of the ones I like that I use. But so whatever, but
Yep.
it's pointing to the guy that you're talking, that you've told me about as like something to resolve things with. So you can team up with them. They seem to have a Lyran aspect of themselves as well, and incarnated here and incarnated secretly in Draco and Orion. So you guys got chess, move, player part, so yourself in that chess game to play with. And then also teaming up in time travel back in time.
Mm.
So you'll have to learn those steps. And again, when you're interacting with the other version of yourself that's a Draco, use a lot of loving detachment because they're super haunted. They can't control it, the amount of shadow they have. And you're more influencing them to like some things you can't get rid of, like you're not really gonna resolve their evil and darkness until they've gone up the chain. But you're going to be making their timeline better so they succeed in going up the chain of hierarchy. And then there are certain times when more is allowed to be done, though you want to ask about that specifically. Um, and then there's, it goes into you producing more love. That's one of the biggest purposes for us coming here is to achieve a new level of love that hasn't you're not able to experience anywhere else, but in a human body in this realm. And that's like the top purpose for pretty much everyone on the planet,
Mm.
because that allows for all the other purposes to get resolved faster.
I see.
The more love you have, love conquers all. So
Yeah.
you're gonna start resolving a lot of those missions going along.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. We got two more donations. One from Todd Bettina. So feel free to message in the chat
Yeah.
so we know
Is
who you
that is that danger captain probably?
see. Yeah, I think so, maybe. But Danger Captain, if that's you, I think I'll look what he wants.
Yeah, danger captain said he donated.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm Danger Captain. My name is Todd. I'm new to this and I've never had a reading before. I've been struggling with addiction and feel maybe I need an overall healing or whatever you think is best to get back to myself. Maybe some general information on anything else that you think is important. Okay, so healing. So yeah, we can read for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what is
And,
the PayPal link again? Because someone asked, what is the price for a reading?
and he sent $22. And yeah, the link, I'm sending it again. Psionic League at gmail.com. And it's
PayPal. That's a PayPal. And this is for Todd. This is because he's looking for healing. For
yep.
healing. So there's a core to something that's for addiction. It's always, it's masking something. You know how we do that? We find something to substitute the whole, you know, with addiction or food. Can be anything really, Food addiction can be a lot of different things too.
So if you're comfortable, feel free to put it in the chat what kind of addiction you're dealing with. Um, but I can go into that even if you're not.
Yeah,
It's okay if you don't want to tell us.
yeah,
Uh,
Todd. I don't know if he has if he's has the Zetas. I don't know if he's familiar with alien abduction or anything like that. I don't know what he. I'll just draw the cards and see what comes up here.
as opiate addiction.
Okay, for pain. That's for pain, right? The pain, numb the pain. Sorry about that. Numb the pain.
Yeah, and feel free to tell us in the chat because the addictions usually come from the need to escape a
Mm-hmm.
feeling or sensation or emptiness or
Yep.
lack, pain,
Something in childhood.
physical pain or emotional or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us.
Something. It's like a hole. Okay, but this is for Todd. It's these getting the same ETs and stuff too. So, which ETs do you feel these are, Sean? Because they're on almost everyone's reading. You're on mute.
Probably a hybrid, Syrian gray insectoid kind of thing.
And the hawk medicine. So, I don't know if you have any kind of like a shaman or something that you could go to like a retreat. That might be something a good way for you to work through and heal your addiction is doing something like that, going to like a, sh a shaman, and it would be probably like a center that does that, like for a while to try to break through it. To the cat people, I don't know if you have cats, it seems like the cats. Oh, you got the hummingbird. Hummingbird. And here's some light language for you. Seems like maybe that might like a cord, like cutting cords and stuff or something too. Maybe something draining his energy as well. Trying to fill that void with something too, And that way, other things taking your energy. Some praying mantis. Some attachments probably too, that drain the energy. This seems kind of like a gray from Orion or something too, in a way. Oh, I felt like hot all of a sudden too. Look, something telepathic and remote viewing influencing task. So it's like the Stargate kind of it might be something. Wonder if it's something with the here sees my lab experiencer. Wonder if he's being taken. I don't know if you resonate with that or not, with being taken and utilized in the programs and stuff, and maybe have some implants. That's deep thinker. Last one here. Yeah, so I don't know if any of those resonate with you, or if he has any questions about any of those, you know.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see in the chat if he has any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the cards that I got for you for healing, and I'll send healing to you. I got my little ET
Oh
artifact
yeah.
for
Mm-hmm.
healing. Um, so and they,
Mm-hmm.
they like learning healing methods.
Yeah.
Um, here's the third guy, that bro with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those will help me. I'll go into other things on it. I'll read into it specifically, but the cards you got pulled are finances, father, and deflowering the princess.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we'll see. Feel free to guess in the chat what do you think that means with the addiction and the need to escape that goes to opioids. Um, okay, so I'll read into some. Feel free to tell us what your relationship with your father is like. Is it
Mm-hmm.
positive, negative? Go into that more in depth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, finances.
Hmm.
Interesting. Ooh, okay. Okay. So the finances thing more points to you, your energy, and abundance and density of energy that you're creating in your body. Seems to be in lack and being drained off of, so that you don't feel full, whole, full content kind of thing, like you're in need to fill that hole. And it goes to the methods are, and what else? Okay, it's mostly like the drain is caused by portals and negative emotion that's in the yin variety, which is like instead of yang where it's explosive like anger, yin like depression and stuff. It's like a black hole. It sucks away and steals energy from the body. Um, so those need to be resolved. You need to transmute and redirect negative emotion away. You also need to learn portal closure, like collapsing it. But most of the portal, pretty much all the portal authority being used on you is your own stolen one. Uh, Stolen from sacral and sexual organs. So you'll need to clear those and hold them and give them love and give them bright and purify and retake back the authority, detach, clear, burn up like a sun in those centers, like it's a sun burning a ball attachment, everything coming at it. So it's purified, purest state is best, and nothing stealing your authority to create portals in your body and open them up to like flood you with negative emotion or steal from you so you're in lack of whatever. There's like things like that. That's pretty deep. That actually covers quite a bit of what it can be besides like wounds and trauma and whatever else. Let's see. Did he say anything about his father?
Yeah, he said it's good, positive relationship with my father, and my finances are not good from this.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna look into. Thank you. That clears it up quite a bit.
And James said that plant, the iboga
Yeah, I believe.
plant ceremony can shut off the opiate receptors.
Yeah, I heard good things about iboga. Not easiest thing to get, but if you can somehow manifest it and find people, I would try. It lasts a while, so you want to definitely clear your schedule. But I've heard like really good things about getting over addiction with it. Like works really well for that. Now, father, DNA. Um, okay, that's okay. So it's not his fault. It looks like there's, everyone on the planet has like an entity attachment and some type of targeting, and using us like batteries. Um, so he's got things attached to his emotions and emotional body, probably trauma inside that's anchoring to things he's storing in his emotional body. And then also it's like the aspect of desire. Um, it's like there's internal infinite desire and external finite desire. So it's like stuff in the Buddha where you go in layers, where things like when you're transcending stuff like suffering. How does suffering anchor to the reality? Through external finite desire, allowing the need and attachment and control over external or internal faculties and it not getting your way. And then the lack of that being achieved causes suffering, as an example. Though there's other things to that. So you want to master how that works. You can like look to Buddha teachings as an example. Then you can master the desire body so that you can clear your own as well as you can be clearing your father's, because that's bleeding over to you and has some like demons attached to it that's targeting your lineage.
All right,
Um,
so he's asking to look and see if he's been abducted before, and then that's probably the genetics, maybe his father and him, the connection there probably have a good connection. Maybe they see each other and stuff like that, but that's that abduction. I keep thinking of the Greys mostly.
yeah, he's got mostly positive visitation ETs, but he does have some abduction. And I agree with you, it's a gray. I'd say it's the matry, at least that I'm seeing right now.
Mhm.
All grays, you can look it up. They're actually pretty well known. Matry or mater. It's the same spelling as the Pope hat for some reason.
Is
Uh,
that the negative Greys or the positive
yeah, very
Greys?
parasitic negative grays.
Mm-hmm.
They're mostly because they're enslaved. So but
Oh, okay.
there's a big war over their timeline to keep them enslaved. So
So they probably would have come in and taken you, and then you talked about removing like emotional desires and stuff like that, like lack of those emotions. So those things would probably be he has implants or so, that would, like we all do mostly, that maybe affect those emotions. Because
Yeah,
usually like a desire to fill that void with something, if it's food or alcohol or drugs, whatever it is.
yeah, I agree. I'd say it's like one of the percentages of numerous things that are culminating down on him to keep him in that state and regressing. But that's the chess game war he's up against in his reality bubble, and everyone's got a little war inside them.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd be one of the things. They're mainly going towards draining, stealing, taking DNA, mind control and suppression and monitoring from a distance. Um, so yeah, you can combat that. Go back in time, camouflage the thing that's giving your position away. On that, you can have your higher self do that.
Mm-hmm.
Give them faith, love, and gratitude, or you can just reach me or Chrissy for a session, and we'll go more in depth and get rid of
Mm-hmm.
and resolve some of your abduction.
Help look at it some more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Deflowering the princess. It points to deflowering. So I don't, like to talk too publicly on that, but Chrissy knows quite a bit about the the torture and abuse that happens to people,
Okay, yeah.
like what
Mm-hmm.
the people face
Gotcha.
when
Mm-hmm.
they're incurred either physically, abusively, soul wise, spiritually, sexually, etc.
At a young age.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know exactly what until we meet this person. We're reading more in depth, so we can tune into exactly
Mm-hmm.
what's the deflowering going on. But it could mean stuff they might already know what we're talking about. They
Right.
might not remember. It might be a abduction thing because that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
stay open to
Yeah.
finding out what those wounds are, and those are the things you got to heal and resolve, or go back and prevent, or bring to full remedy, like inner child work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we another next one is Casey Pepin.
Casey Pippin.
She donated $22.
Okay.
So thank you, Casey. Appreciate you.
Casey. What'd she ask?
Let's see here. For a reading on visitations and recovering memory.
Mm. I felt the Syrian energy just now from her. Like with the dolphins. She listens to some dolphin, some frequencies like of the sonar or something like that that might, and unicorns, like whatever. What planet is the unicorns? Is that Camel Party? How do you say that? It's on mute.
Lovely question. Barely allowed to talk about it, but I like that you asked it. Unicorns are incredibly overpowered. They're very close to source of like Phoenix and Firebird is like a source bird or a sunbird kind of thing. They're a founder race. Unicorns are the like close to a founder race of horse um beings.
Yeah.
So their origin planet is actually very camouflaged. A lot of their timeline is camouflaged. They're super haunted. They're always on the move because things are haunting them.
Okay.
They come from many worlds and
Mm-hmm.
kind of set up on at least one on certain worlds, especially high level worlds like Earth that are DNA libraries. Or places that can protect them from invasion. At least um, the amount is very in flux. They're very camouflaged. They can
Oh,
bring species back from extinction with their,
mm,
as an example, time travel, teleport, all that stuff.
yeah. I also see like a fairy realm for her and the leprechauns, but I see a whole fairy realm, like the forest and all the mushrooms and the little, how they live in the mushrooms, the little people and stuff, like a whole thing. And she would be maybe more like a fairy in that reality where she's kind of bigger, a little bit bigger than them, so they might all come to her and ask her for her help and stuff too in other realities. In the Syrian, I saw the dolphin. So those dolphins, this I see you swimming with those dolphins and then them talking to you. So you might listen to some music or frequencies of dolphins. And then something with the horses and the unicorns, because I've seen horses just now again too. Maybe it's Pegasus, the star system Pegasus too, like a flying horse. I don't know if you have a connection to horses. Is she in the chat? I don't see her in the chat. Is she spiritual ascension? Is she spiritual ascension? You're muted.
I don't know if she is, then that's a new name.
Oh, okay. What is her name again? I just lost it.
Casey Pepin.
Casey?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Here's Casey. Says you are the jackpot. Oh, she's in the chat now.
Okay.
She says, yeah, I'm a horse person for sure. Working on Mars colony. Mars colony. I don't know if you resonate with being on Mars or not. I like the SSP stuff. Orion Stargate Guardian. I just seen the one of the unicorns go through that. Huh. Is she like a guardian of those unicorns or something with the Pegasus or something like that? Something.
Um, it's telling me top secret information for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're around the right ballpark.
Yeah. Are you a creative person? Oh, mind fractured in childhood. I don't know if that resonates with you or not. That would be like in the programs, being taken into the programs like SSP and out of time, and then you're mind fractured through sexual traumas, how they mind fracture the children, and then create alters through the mind fracturing. So there's this gray again that's like Orion. Does that feel Orion to you? I don't know if it feels Orion.
I'm getting on Earth, but also Syrian related.
Okay. Syrian. Sometimes they switch. Oh, look, the like insectoid kind of the
Yeah, those are
sculpture.
the guys we got.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like that, huh? And look, we got Ocean Gate. Oh yeah, that looks the same there with the I draw him. I know I'm can and my eyes got all watery seeing that he's like a fatherly. So this Ocean Gate experiencer, this is like in the um it's kind of like the either my lab or this super soldier program where you're taken out on the nighttime, dropped off in the middle of the ocean, and then you have to call in the dolphins to help you get through stargates. Is what I've experienced with that Ocean Gate. It's finding lost relics, and you're going through different stargates though to go collect these relics in other realms, and then bring them back. So it's something like that. And
Interesting.
this lady kind of looks like one of her aspects or something, maybe. Seems seems like the coordinates or something. Does that feel like coordinates to something there? Seems like that. To get through the Stargate. Oh, here's the praying mantis, and it is blinking to yes. When it blinks, it means a yes for me. Syrian. Oh, the hyena dog man. Oh, the hyena dog man. Okay. Um.
Well, that will actually speak to her quite a bit.
hmm That
Based
can be, in other places too, like the remote viewing experiments. Oh, the Ingo Swan. This is maybe you might look him up if you don't know who that is. And he teaches the remote viewing. So you might look into that. Channeling. And you got another praying mantis here. You got open up for more communication from your star family, for open up your, I guess, chakras or whatever. What do you think, Sean, with that? Open up for more communication.
Yeah, being open is a whole technique in psionic ability. Requires a lot of cultivation of trust. You can be both protected and open at the same time. They're two different abilities that can be cultivated. You're like flowing open for this rare energy to come in, being received by the DNA, chakras, and other systems of the body, which need opening. So there's a lot to it. It takes time, meditation.
I have two more cards here. That's a stone. I was writing some down that help us, that helps clear things. And then she got Montauk. So I don't know how you feel with Montauk. If you resonate with anything with Montauk, with the training, with psionic, opening up portals, being kept in a cage as a young kid, or bonding, trauma bonding, or fighting with other kids. There's a lot of stuff with Montauk.
I,
It's
I really don't like Montauk. They've tried to kill me multiple times.
yeah.
And
Okay.
they're not set in stone
Mm-hmm.
because they mess with timelines. So
Yeah. They're like a pocket reality that kind of just does, so it's hard.
there's a
Been
way to
wondering.
resolve them, but a lot of people need to have their chess move and resolve it.
You know how I healed a lot of my trauma stuff is going and doing my Reiki classes, taking Reiki all the way to Karuna Reiki, and they give the symbols to heal these deep traumas within yourself. You're given the symbols so you can heal yourself, and that's how I'm able to speak about it because it's healed. I can still feel it and see it, but I'm not affected by that.
Right, right. Okay, so I got some cards
Mm-hmm.
for her.
Okay.
Uh, is your email? Yeah, my email. We can come. So if you want to contact me, you can contact me on Facebook. My email, sonicleague@gmail.com. Or the fastest way is just scheduling either a cheap or consultation session on my site, sonicleague.com. Now you'll definitely get a hold of me for that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, whatever. Um, and yeah, again, you can donate to sonicleague@gmail.com. But if no more donations come in, we're gonna go to the meditation after
Yeah,
this.
let's let this be the last one.
Sure,
And
sure.
do that meditation because you really wanted to do that meditation. Yeah.
So she's got some funny cards. So the
Hmm.
first card I draw was blank.
Whoa, that's
So
good.
feel free to guess what that means. And the next one is how awesome I am. So
Oh,
feel
that's
free to,
cool.
yeah, that's a pretty good one. Another funny card, which I don't know why they, I mean, um, I'll have to ask her why, Misha Johnson, why she did this. But it's got some big bootylicious in there. Procyon, do
Procyon.
you have Procyon, or you are one. So here,
Yeah,
some of that eye candy right there.
yeah,
This is what
yeah.
that means. And then this goes along with what you've been saying. She got the card Super Soldier.
Okay, the dog man.
You have been in the Super Soldier programs and spent time in space,
Yeah.
which may not, we'll tune into that. I'm not really a person that likes to project that on another person because I don't like it myself,
Hmm.
but I can't get rid of it. They
Hmm.
keep coming at me. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might have that, especially if you have rare abilities. So
yeah. She
but
does.
you can try to push and uncreate that. I always recommend that to people, but I will tune into what is the current entanglement, that kind of thing. Now easy cards, blank. What is that?
Still your mind.
Yeah, could be that. Yeah, yeah. Or yeah, empty your mind, or nothingness, or what is that? The thing from that movie, Full Recall. Open your mind. Or quad,
Open your mind.
kind of thing. Let's see. Ooh, it's none of those. Let's see what it is.
Okay.
Huh. I don't.
I just seen she opens a portal on the wall like that, like looking at the wall.
Ooh, I'm getting contacted by something. Let's see what that is. Has to do with her.
Hmm.
It's her source. Okay. How's that work? Okay. What does that do? Okay. And this is ability held by her source. So it's in her source body, centers in the heart, wants her to send the heart. I'm not sure. Okay, what does this do? Okay. It wants her to cultivate the ability of like a true vacuum, which is hard to do, but you can get good at it. In the center, as she centers in the heart in meditation, which is a state of true empty space. Let's see how much, like not even potential energy, like going around and all that. Um, and even void has energy, but there's like true vacuum nothingness. Let's see. Yep. And a space, cultivating a space of that. And it seems to create like a black hole kind of effect that makes a lot of energy rush towards her and try to fill that space. And if it's maintained, then it makes a sphere of empty space that has the attracted energy at the shell encompassments horizon, singularity point. I don't know, you would call that. And she's like pushing it out as maintaining that, and it attracts more and more. If that can be cultivated, not just in meditation, but maintained, it will attract a lot to her. Like many things, including experiences and ET experiences.
Mm.
So that seems to do something big for her. So we'll see. There's a long list of things that that does to her for her. So good luck. The other thing it points to how awesome I am. Awesome. Okay.
Hmm.
Does that work? Mhm. Okay. And okay. So there's like let's see. There's like storage and resonance of an emotion that is the feeling of awesome, or in awe, or it's like mind blow overwhelm kind of thing. Um, and there's parameters for her search that she needs to go in the exploration of herself that recommends go into the areas and the list of things that are really awesome about yourself in discovery of who you are and your experiences that may be covered up to you. And it wants you to track it back in rate of awesomeness and go through the list of most awesome things about you and what has happened to you, this life, other lives, maybe visitation, all that. And when you focus on it and start translating it and make the exoskeleton of the concept of it, it will start filling in, and like reverberate this holy fuck kind of motion
Hmm.
that will come out. And I know you, Christy, you experienced that.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people have. It's like, oh my God. So it wants you to go and pursue those awesomeness that's inside you, specifically each one at a time, and translate it and why and what happened and all that kind of thing. Now, procyons,
The Procyon is which species are they?
they
Not the
look like
big, not the
big.
big booty.
Um, it
They
seems
have
to
the big booty.
be shown in this picture. There's a white girl, black girl, so seems
Uh-huh.
to have multiple. Uh,
Token Procyon. Procyon.
and I'd say
Yeah,
procyon has like a lot of species. It's not just
probably.
the
Hmm.
ones on this card with the big booty,
Yeah.
and the
Hmm.
crotch for some reason. Um, so let's see. They want something.
Procyon.
Okay.
You might have to look them up on YouTube too, different species, you know?
All right. Um, I'll like kind of tune into it for you. So Procyon is really close to Cancer and Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's in Canis Minor. So Canis Minor, Canis Major and Minor dog stars.
Okay.
Nudge, nudge. There's a lot of, and the Canis Major species is the well-known dog people, but there's more.
Oh, okay. Procyon, probably the maybe the hyena dog man, you know? Because the hyena dog man I see, I think I have an aspect that's like the hyena dog man, you know? They seem that seems Procyon. That matches.
Yep, there's multiple mammalian races there.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that.
There's lots of videos on YouTube too if you wanted to watch, you know, the different star races and stuff. That kind of helps. I do that and say, "Oh, wow, this is a new one."
And it looks like you do connect more with the canine species. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I see that.
there's that one's calling you, having to do with it. You got missions with them, they want to talk to you. Um, something with having to do with something that you can do on Earth that makes their race evolve and grow and ascend faster. Uh, and getting parts and authority back for them that have been stolen. Okay. They want to communicate with you. You have their DNA, genetics visited by them. Yeah, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Then
There's a
super
lot. Yep. Super soldier.
card of the day. Yeah, let's see what the hell that is about.
Super
Um,
soldier would be SSP.
right. So let's see what am I allowed to talk about? Okay, one thing. Does look like Montauk.
Yep.
Fortunately,
Yep.
sorry. I don't like Montauk. I don't see this one anyway. This timeline that I'm allowed to talk about, they're not as abusive towards you, though you want to look out for that and you want to stop them. It's the timeline's not, even if they put enough force that keeps them abducting you, you can at least change the timeline. So I recommend doing that if you can and make it less abusive, not specifically for you, but anyone out there. You want to make sure that doesn't happen as much. Okay, what?
The
Superpower
ion with their hands and a third eye.
type. It's a type of portal. Um, interesting. Just make sure on this. You do that. Okay, it does look like you have physical travel portals. Though it's a specific type. And what do you do that with? Okay, interesting. And how did you get that? Okay. You're It's a specific portal type program. Um, Seems to be with drawing a portal with blood and a symbol. And then it opens a portal. See, is it on anywhere or is it specific? I'm just making sure. Seems to be on mirrors.
Mm.
So there's the show magicians to
Oh,
soft
okay.
uses on that.
The obsidian, the black obsidian mirror.
You can do it with anything that has a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure that. Yep. That's solid that you can write on. Um, just make sure on that one. Yep. There's a specific project for that one. It goes with rare blood. Um, from a race that I'm not allowed to talk about that you inherited.
Mm.
The information of the ability comes from the project, so they already have people that do that. And they scan for people that have the genetics and the energy emission. And damn. So it interacts with the mirror realm as well as traveling to other realms. Let's see other places. How many realms? A lot of it's on Earth in different realms of Earth. You're also interacting with realms on Mars. It's what's taken you. Um, they don't seem to be hurting you as much in that program. So it's more technological based alter. They're neutral, but they're using you to access other places. Quite a number of them. And so, yeah, you'll want to have boundaries with that and try to reclaim the ability and see what you can do to reverse engineer it. Though you want to be careful because, spatial tech is can be deadly. But yeah, you seem to have that tech. Now is super soldier an aspect to that in combat with that one? That one's um you do engage in mostly exploring new realms, and then sometimes there's threats, and there's a team that goes with you to deal with a threat.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
see you're on our knees shooting, with a team behind her or so.
Yeah, so there is an aspect to that. If you're more engaged in wars and greater super soldier activity, I'm not allowed to talk about yet, though you're already engaged in my lab, so
Mm.
why wouldn't they? Uh, but yeah, I'm not gonna go into that unless you bring it up. Though, so it's mostly for portal travel,
Mm.
mirrors, so blood portals. So congratulations on that, though also sorry if for any of the military assholes abusing you.
I'm seeing her like drop a prick her finger and then drop a blood of um in water like a pond or something, and then it like goes out and it like activates that whole, like it almost is like a telephone call out, like that.
True. Lakes a lot of time have portals and energy portal systems connect to places. So she could use her blood and interact with them. That's what I mentioned is just what the project is training her to do. Her
Hmm.
definitely do a lot more.
Yeah, yeah. Because you don't have to even do that if you don't want to.
So I heard our donations caught up. I'm not seeing any more. So
Oh, good.
go into the meditation.
Yeah,
This guy wants to do stuff.
yeah,
Um,
yes. He's gonna take us on a journey.
so I'll do. It's not going to be like super long, but feel free to get comfortable.
Yeah.
And well, it. She asked me if we do like a meditation with the ETs. I'm not sure what they're gonna bring us through. I'm just gonna walk you through what they show me.
Yeah.
This guy volunteered, so we'll see
Good.
what they have
Thank
in
you.
store for us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I can see here. Yeah, I could possibly do this.
Oh, yeah. He's
Mm,
a he's talking to us. He said, "Buckle up."
That's more safe for him.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
Hopefully my computer doesn't get water spilled on it.
Okay, time for meditation.
All right. So feel free to get your eye mask and get comfortable and enjoy yourself. And go deeper and deeper into meditation. Let me know if there's any, you can feel free to say stuff if you
Uh,
want.
okay. I won't though. I
No.
won't listen.
Okay,
Mm,
yeah, whatever you want to do. We'll kind of go, the goal in the beginning of my meditation is to help people turn on their vision and their third eye a little bit more, go deeper into trance, not to do any hypnosis thing or anything, but so they can program themselves at a deeper level and reach deeper and experience more viscerally. But whatever. I'm kind of just gonna. I don't need to go that deep, so everyone can get comfortable and then go into your vision. Let's see. So yeah, imagine yourself walking down a staircase, deeper into your subconscious and super consciousness. Um, just get it kind of visceral where you're feeling into a dreaming vision body of yourself internally, not really leaving your body or anything like that. But if we need to be taken anywhere specifically, it's going to be through an unentangled observer tech that's in your body, going to a location in a way that keeps things from tracking you or whatever. Let's see. Actually, it wants us to engage in astral. Interesting. So we're going to be doing that. Are we going externally? Yeah. So we'll be doing it internal, but through that method where you're not leaving your body and you're kind of remote viewing an external location in an energetic bilocation kind of thing that's safe. And my higher self's helping with that. Yeah, just see yourself keep going down the staircase. So you go deeper and deeper into relaxation and peace. Each step going down goes deeper into peace. Each breath you take deeper into peace and relaxation. As you feel yourself in this energy body more and more as you detach externally and go within, detaching from the senses of the external of the physical body and going within to this sensing body where you're more engaged in the eyes. You feel your hands, your feet walking down the steps. You're more centered into it. Ping pong balls of energy coming off you every direction, bouncing off the things in the room, coming back to you, giving you the information as it scans what you're coming up against. All right. Okay, I'm going into kind of where the stairs stop and it enters a room, kind of large tile floor, some pillars around and some fire torches. Interesting. Goes into a kind of archway, door type of thing that has some markings, ET looking kind of images. And it's a weird way to open it. Um, Looks like it's a touch panel. I'm getting a lot of reactions in my head. Interesting. So we put our hands on the door and scans our DNA. Yeah, there's a lot of things that don't want us to do this, but we're keeping them at bay. So there might be a cool big effect from this. Okay, so looks like the doors start to open and they kind of slide um, into the wall, like from right to left, sliding out. It's a fairly big door, and we're starting to enter. It's a little kind of darkish. We're starting to translate as we enter. Okay. Okay, so it goes kind of more white starting to show up. And there's signs of life, technology, labs. There's like a hallway and there's multiple rooms on the sides of the hallway as we're going down it. Um, Interesting. There's some areas that are more lit up than others, and so we're going that direction. Yeah, there's a lot of things trying that don't like us doing this, that are not wanting us to interact with ETs. Interesting. It's like part of that matrix stuff. And I'm gonna try to do what I can to shield that, and feel free to have faith, love, and gratitude as you amplify that and you go deeper. Okay, so there's a room that looks like a laboratory. There seems to be a being in it. It's the same species, and they're like working on stuff. Then they see us, and they come over with kind of a friendly demeanor and heart-based telepathy that starts emitting with emotion, and we start receiving with greater data to it. That downloads pretty fast. So you can start having your own telepathic conversation with them. And so feel free to have that. They'll probably have stuff for you on your own, but I'm gonna bring up what they're relaying to me. I can also be more public. A lot of like quick, they know who we are. And it's like, who am I? I am, and a lot of familiarity, and it's like fast, rapid space. Sped up time kind of translation. And they're happy about the interaction and have like goals with it, have a myriad of questions that can be kind of boiled down to like, how can I help you? They're pretty quick at reading, our heart and mind. Okay, so there's some subjects that are being made aware that are advantageous to share with the audience, such as healing. What human is from their perspective, and the words of it's like the purpose that humanity is um, flowering into as a garden. Hmm. Okay, I'll start with healing. Yeah, they're focusing on DNA and chromosomes. Let's see here. And a lot of it's boiled down to receiving as an antenna more energy and building up in density that energy in the DNA, storage, permeation, emission. And there's a lot of things stopping us, trying to stop that, which let me see if I can boil down from them. They want you to access it like a computer, the DNA, access codes, is like setup. Giving me the ideograms of like a computer. Files, interesting. Settings. Um, input code, programming, settings, and one. The metaphor is it's like cleaning out, uh, purification, type of input program, and that needs to be done from control center of the DNA in the solar plexus. Like witnessing it, seeing it like gold spreading throughout the body and lighting it up, getting brighter and brighter. Okay, this is that, and then there's like fuel systems for energy current. Uh, the current pathway is broken and that needs to be repaired. And the storage systems for energy that's received for a lot of people are hacked into and drained off of. So that needs to be purified and defended, fortress kind of thing, so that it can't be stolen from. All right, so there's that. And then chromosomes, what's going on? Hmm. Metaphor of a factory and generators of energy. Uh, so all the things you need to do to make generators feel safe, turned on and functional, as well as the metaphor of a very sophisticated radio antenna system, because it's the bunches in unity group of DNA. So uh, it's like an orchestra of antennas. Uh, It was, I mean, once purified, harmony, fueled with power, interesting, expanded out in radius of what they can receive. So encompassing more. And I'd say that goes into receiving from your field of consciousness, your sort and source field kind of thing, as well as it's like a nourishment thing that comes from mm, multiple cosmic bodies like Earth, Sun, galaxy, etc. Then how's that work? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, your signal of reception seems to be a circuit of projection and reception. You're projecting also with your vision into the external in greater and greater radiuses, and vision questing with that in like a connective. It's like the metaphor of World War II receptionist, kind of, telephone operator kind of thing, where you're connecting things. Yeah, connecting circuits and extensions of yourself going out to do that to what you're receiving. Okay, so that's the second metaphor. Let's see the third. Translation. It's got a pool of water showing up. What does that have to do with density of energy buildup, bank kind of thing? And that's not really, that's kind of an advanced metaphor. Um, it's like uh, it's kind of how portal physics for plasma work, and the ocean of ether and plasma all around us. There's certain things that are like frequencies. When you resonate them and build them up in energy, like a pool of energy, it's can sync up with like things in the field. So like also what comes to mind in the vision is translating there. It's translating with languages that are trying to anchor to things that I know about in concept. So there's fact laboratories that make crystals, synthetic crystals. They like make whole crystals come into existence. And there's like science that goes into the next time you make it, the better it forms. And it's like it's connected to a collective consciousness of that same elemental crystal. And that's like a lot of the same types of elementals are quantum entangled in a big network together. So something to do with that, where it's like a pool of energy built up in density that resonates with God, it's like the whole field of energy density that is of that type of energy. Okay, so what do you do with that? Okay, build it up, cultivate it, be it, and you start to connect to that whole layer of the potential field of energy in every given space, ocean that is everywhere. What do you do? Okay, it's got a lot of purposes depending on the energy, but it wants me to focus on healing. Okay, so then we're setting that pool of plasma to healing energy. And then what does that do? It gets you in contact with essentially like the hospital of the ocean of the universe. Metaphors as if it's everything, everywhere existing. Um, and it gets you support and attention and saying to present what you're trying to heal overlaid with the pool of energy as if it's it's giving me the image of it's as if it's um wading in it or lying in the ocean of healing energy that's resonant in this chamber in the chromosome. And then it's like the ocean reflects back and forth instantaneous information to that grand ocean of healing energy, whatever you want to call it. And then it gives it all that data of what you're dealing with. So you're putting what you're facing, your illnesses, all that immersed into the pool. Um, okay. Then it brings a lot of data, flies around, scans, a lot of diagnostics, all that kind of stuff happen. Okay. All these stars and places and points in space start lighting up as if it's like stars in the universe that have to do with the solution, authorities, and aspects of the equation and resonances with information that are in the support, cure, and remedy of that. You can kind of count if you want how many lights light up that represent what is becoming in unity with you, having to resolve that. For me, as an example, a lot of it's like places, consciousness that ran into similar stuff, found solutions, cures, or aspects of the puzzle that go into it. And not one, uh, so depending on what you're dealing with, it will be different than what I'm talking about. But so you want to kind of go down and feel into that, but I'll try to open it up in conversation to apply to more people. Some places will have the full cure depending on the person, what they're dealing with. but some might not. For some people, it might not. One location might not have the full cure. So it might just be puzzle pieces. But then if you bring those together, it will have the full cure. So you can see, you can have it narrowed down to optimal or the least that you need to make up the full cure. And you might kind of encompass that in all your illnesses or whatever else you're facing. And then what are those things? Whether it be blocks or whatever. Uh, uh, for me specifically, I don't have, there's not a place that has a full cure for me, but places have aspects. 3 for the blocks that I have, and then, various 5 for other illnesses I've faced before. And then those start to download into you as you focus the energy, and it comes back to the field. It's like a transfer circuit of exchange, bringing them what they need, and they'll bring you that aspect of the puzzle piece to cure. Okay. And you can also feel yourself like you're laying down in this pool of water that represents healing energy that's connecting, becoming one with it, having the circuit flow through you, power you, light you up. And allow it to speak to you, inspiration and parts of the cure, things that might need you to know stuff, or epiphanies, or focuses in your body for energy healing or physical action. Trying to make this so it can apply for everyone. Let's see. Yeah, they're like part of your consciousness more and more as you link to it and give it time and meditation. Um, and you're kind of collapsing them into yourself as if all space doesn't exist and it collapses into a singularity, and you're being it overlaid with it and making it shine brightly in your body. You're seeing the energy come through those stars streaming to the pool, having the pool light up brighter and brighter as it permeates into you, and your body brights up. And breathe it in with greater confidence, faith, love, and gratitude, and visualization, affirmation of it working more and more and more as it gets brighter. It makes your body brighter as it's curing you more and more. And And the more amount of time you put to this, the better it works. Greater confidence build until the placebo effect engine completely takes over in your reality and body and makes it real. And so it doesn't appear you need to know everything about it, but it recommends you practice translating it. Um, and there also might be forces that are behind any illness that you incur. Uh, so some of the illness in cure requires remedy of the motivation behind fucking with you. So that's going to be also part of the cure, which will probably require more than just healing energy. So you stay open to all the types of energy that and methods and abilities and etc. that are all part of the equation for the cure. So there's that. So so you can go back to this room and talk to this ET if you want, and that exists in astral form. And I recommend conversations about what is humanity and what its goals are in purpose in achieving as it flowers and blossoms into its greatest self. But you can talk about it with anything you want, really. It's got a lot of knowledge and its species, etc. And you're gonna help them. They need help with fertility, soul stuff, and making their species thrive and grow. And they have a lot of, let's see, all humans have their genetics, it looks like. So you can work with that as you resolve yourself, as well as the collective humanity. It makes their species do better. So they want to see us do well, and they treat us like a garden, and their children kind of like we're their offspring. So there's a lot of things you can do that empower yourself that also empower them, and you can work through their DNA tech too. It's inherited, and there's a lot of goodies that activate with that. So once, yeah, it's recommending you can look at the genetics and the chromosome. There are a lot of cool tech there. So I hope that helps. Feel free to slowly rise back into yourself, coming back into your body. And coming back up. And you can always go back there when you feel the need to and communicate with the ET. So there's an example of telepathy and communication at a greater level through the DNA technology. Yeah, so thanks for coming along on that journey with me. And thank you, Christy, for bringing up the idea for people
Mm-hmm.
to experience that at a greater level so it helps them. Yeah, and that was a great show. It's 2 hours now, so I'm gonna head out. Thank you all for coming
Thank you.
and for donating. All the
Yep.
causes, the proceeds go to amplifying the Alien Artifact Museum. So to bring these guys out more to the world
Yeah.
and be a safe place and healed and cleared, and so that they're empowered and the species empowered, and then more people can communicate with them. They have more effect on their overall goal, which is bringing humanity to a type 5 civilization. So hope that helps everyone. And thank you all for coming.
Mhm.
And how do people reach you, Chrissy?
They can reach me on my email, christy.campbell.11@gmail.com. And I'm on Facebook. You can contact me on the Facebook Messenger or Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm on YouTube and Christy Campbell CC33, and also the um yeah, those you can contact me on all of those.
Wonderful. And are you doing any events in the future?
Okay, so in July we'll be at the conference, the disclosure conference, and we'll meet each other in July in Florida, and then I'll be doing the James Rink is having a conference in October, and then I'm going there. He's asked me to be a speaker there. And I also do the readings for people, and just like we did tonight too. So you can contact me on any of those platforms.
Nice. Wonderful. And yeah, she does good readings. She's good healing methods, so recommend it. Um, yeah, I'm Sean Bond, founder of Psionic League. Yeah, you can reach me for consultations, healings, clearings, depossessions from a distance, unlocking superpowers, SSP, memory retrieval, abundance unlocking, many things, so many abilities. Um, and you got a mystery school online, doing sacred tours around the planet. Next one's Mexico. The previous one was Egypt, very powerful. Meet soul family, love interests, unlock dormant abilities. We did superhuman love last time. Then this one, a lot of things. Healing, abundance, superpowers, various types. Feel free to contact me at sonicleague@gmail.com with trip inquiry at the top. And you'll probably interact with ET artifacts in greater ways and check off a bucket list because we know where they are under the ground. So there'll be many discoveries that can happen. So if you want to check that off your bucket list, email us there, trip inquiry. And you're not just signing up for it by doing that. So we're adding you to the email list and we'll contact you, give you all the details so you can make sure if it's what you want to do. And we'll be teaching mystery schools, all that while we're there. And it's a lot of pyramids, a lot of place power, temples, all that. So many there in Mexico. And yeah, there'll be a lot unfolding to you as we bring the places what they need. They'll give back to us a lot of abilities, and there'll be places to practice ET contact with big ET activity. Um, and I'll be going to the like Chrissy went into full disclosure now, fulldisclosuremovement.org
Mm-hmm.
conference in Florida in July. So sign up for that. We'll be doing a presentation there, and you can meet me, and we'll become friends, have fun, all that. Teaching many abilities. They're also going to Rion's conference, Rise the Guardians, coming up soon at the end of March. It's in Sedona, so get those while you can. And yeah, and also contact me quickly if you want to go to the trip, Mexico trip, because the seats are filling up fast. Um, might go to the Alien event in Las Vegas, so I'll get you the details on that more as I know. And we'll probably bring some ET artifacts to these events so you can connect more with those and then have more likelihood of ET contact because these guys are chatty and they like meeting people. Yeah, so hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you for coming. Smash that like, leave a beautiful comment, show Chrissy some love if we
Mm-hmm.
want to have her see her back on.
Yep.
Share this with 5 people, share it with people that are interested in ET, curious about contactee proof right in your face of
Mm-hmm.
ETs from the past
Mm-hmm.
and upgrades for you. And yeah, share this out as more people we see, the more we'll want to do these things. And thank you for your donations. Any last words you want to leave the audience with?
I thank you for doing that meditation. I'm still kind of in a trance state a little bit. That it was like floating on the, so it's really nice.
Wonderful.
Hmm. I was floating on my back in the pond, like you said. It's like that warm water felt like.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that too. Yeah, and the ET is giving us upgrades quite a bit, heavily more with that. So that's wonderful. Um, okay.
Yep.
So thank you all for coming and honored to have done this. And so share this out so you can, the more it will be seen by the algorithm, get past their censorship. And then, yeah, we'll be able to do more of these shows if more people like it. Thank you all. Have a